Well, hello there. And welcome back, or welcome to Pizzachan's podcast. I am your host, the humble Pizzachan. How is everybody today? Shotgun Jen, Spyro. Hello. Hello, Nez. How are you? Welcome on in. Hello. Mally. Hello. Hello, hello. Who do I forget? Monkey. We have Lexi Lou. We have Luna. We have Cupid. All of my favorite peoples. Our kid, how are you? Oh, kid, thank you for the bitties. I appreciate it. But guys, today's podcast guest. Let me tell you about this guest, okay? The guest we have today is amazing. I don't think I can handle how amazing the guest is today. We have the great, the legendary Sneevil. That's right, you heard me. Sneevil. Master of speedrunning and loudness. Are you excited? Tell me you're excited for this as I am, because I've been excited about this since she said yes. So, since she said yes, like this, we're not proposing or anything, but since she said yes to the podcast, I've been so excited to interview her. Shall we bring her on? So, are you guys ready? And how is the sound, by the way? Is the music super loud? Tell me if the music is loud. Because I can never tell. Because it sounds normal to me. We'll turn this down a smidge, a skosh. We'll turn it down a skosh. Music sounds good, music low. Alright, we'll turn that up a smidge. Thank you very much, Jack. Anyway, so we're gonna bring on the great Snee and let's get this party started. Sneevil, are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
She is here, the great legendary Sneevil. Thank you so much.
Legendary.
Great
oh
and
my
legendary.
Goodness.
Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Because I love your channel. I love your YouTube channel with all of your speed runs. I love watching them. They're so fun.
You must be the new guy.
Oh, you're too sweet, Pizza. You're so freaking nice. I was listening to you hyping me up. You're too much. Thank you, Pizza. And also, guys, pizza's amazing. Did you know?
Oh, shush.
Did you know? I'm sure you already know.
No, I'm just giving hype where hype is due, Sneevil. That's all it is.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
And thanks for having me again.
Yeah. Today has been an interesting day. It's not as hot outside because where I live in Pennsylvania, apparently we've moved from a regular city in the U.S. to the Amazon because when you walk outside, it's like getting hit in the face with a wet blanket. But today, not so much. Not so much, so I'm thankful for that. So I'm a little bit better. I don't dread about going to get the mail.
At least you went outside today. You're doing better than me.
That's a stretch to go outside. I don't go outside unless I have to because that means I have to put on clothes. I live in pajamas perpetually. So
yeah.
All right. So
that's why I love streaming. I get to wear whatever I want.
Right?
It's great. It's great.
And as for the streaming, I was going to ask you about your sweater collection.
Oh dear, those are like they're old. I just have a ton of sweaters. It's like my favorite pieces of clothing.
Yeah.
Plus, it's always cold in my room.
Oh,
even in the middle of the summer, it's freezing. So you always see me wearing a sweater.
Yeah, so there's kind of a thing with you. You're always having like some streamers have beanies. You have the sweater, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
All right, Snee. I'm going to ask you the hardest question first. You have to talk about yourself.
I'm ready. Talk about myself?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Besides your streaming hobbies, what else do you like to do?
Oh dear. So besides streaming, so I used to go to school. I used to go to school for criminology and law. And
wow.
I dropped out twice. I wanted to be a lawyer, so that's like my backup plan if streaming doesn't work. Usually people are like, oh, lawyer is my first choice, and then I'll do something else maybe if it doesn't work. Me, I'm like, streaming is my first choice. I'll do law if like it doesn't work out. But other than that, I just play a lot of video games. Like, I'm pretty boring outside of streaming, to be quite honest. Like, all I do is I play League. I've got back into like League of Legends. I like watching like YouTube. I've been watching a lot of like America's Got Talent and just random stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty ordinary, to be honest. Like, besides streaming, I just like to hang out with my family, my boyfriend, and then do whatever like passes the time, I guess. I just like to play a lot of video games.
YouTube is a black hole, isn't it? Once you click on one video.
It is. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to bed. I'll like lay in my bed. I'll put on a YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get too into it. I'll be like, wait, I can watch one more. And then it's 5 a.m. and I've just regretted all my life decisions.
Yeah, because you can start with like, oh, I need to learn how to make, say, if you want to make bread. You're like, I'm going to watch that. That's fine. And then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's this video? And what's this video? It usually follows down that train. And then it's like 3
And then
a.m.
I end up on cat videos. And then I know it's time for bed.
Yeah, cat videos. That's awesome.
You must
Yeah.
be the new guy.
So are you?
there's.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Okay, first of all, I should say this. I'm bad at interrupting people, so I apologize.
That's okay. I do the
apologize
same
already.
thing. All right. I was going to ask you if you're a book reader, and have you read the Resident Evil books?
So, no, I really do want to read the Resident Evil books, but I find that ever since I went to university, I just stopped reading. Like, university does something to you where you have, like, required readings all the time. And then when I have free time now, I just don't choose to read. But I am in the middle of reading the Game of Thrones books.
Nice.
Do not spoil anything, because
No
I
spoilers,
actually
chat.
don't know what happens. And, but yeah, I've been reading that whenever... I think it was like the last time I read was like 6 months ago. But, yeah, I don't read too much anymore. I really should, because I love reading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've read all of them, and I have the old covered version. I mean, I read them so much the cover is actually falling off, but but I do have them here, and they're really good. They're really good. They give a nice canon take on Resident Evil.
Yeah, I really want to read them, because I'm not like always for Resident Evil. To me, has always been about the gameplay. I've never really looked into the lore too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like as a Resident Evil streamer, I should know a bit more about the lore. So I definitely want to read the books, and I love all the characters and stuff.
Yeah, you can be a Resident Evil streamer without knowing all the lore. That's okay.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
As long as you love it. As long as you
Yeah.
love it, that's all the requirement you need. All right. So, next question. Why did you start streaming?
Oh dear. Okay, so I started streaming, or I should probably go back a little bit. So I grew up with YouTube, like PewDiePie and like Markiplier, that type of generation. And this is when Let's Plays on YouTube became like huge.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always watch like the big YouTubers do Let's Plays and all that stuff. And I was like, I would love to do that. But when I was younger, I was really shy. So I never thought I'd be a good YouTuber or like a good, I guess, online personality, because I was always just too nervous. And, but then me and my friend, I bought a capture card. I still have that capture card. It's an Elgato, it's an older Elgato capture card. And I bought that, and me and my friend made a YouTube channel. And it's still up on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because it's embarrassing. Chat's not allowed to know. I could DM you, Pizzachan, but chat can't find it.
Okay, I promise.
But yeah, we made a YouTube channel together, and we just played random games. I think there's like Resident Evil 5 on there. There's like Fallout 4, and then yeah, we did YouTube. But if you watch my older YouTube videos, I was so shy. Like, I had no confidence. I was talking like this, like really shy,
You must be
really
the new guy.
quiet, and yeah. So I never really got confidence from that. I think we made a couple YouTube videos, and then it just kind of died out.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 2019, about mid 2019, I got like an Amazon Fire Stick, and the Amazon Fire Stick has Twitch as like a built-in app that comes like already downloaded. So I was like, what is Twitch? Like, I literally had not heard of this website beforehand. So I go on Twitch, and I notice it's like live footage of people playing video games. I'm like, this is my jam. I'm so down with this. And I started, I think I looked up Resident Evil, and the first person I saw was Orchlon.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys don't know Orchlon, he's a really, really talented Resident Evil speedrunner. He always has top times. I swear he's like, I don't know, he's like a robot or something. He could just learn a game and be a master at it, but he's just extremely skilled. And I was watching him run Resident Evil 2 remake, and I was like, I would love to do this. This looks so cool, but I didn't think I could because it looks so hard. So eventually I got a new laptop, which I was able to stream on, and then I was like, okay, I might as well just try this, see how it goes. Like, I did not expect to take this seriously. Like, not at all. It's not like I went into streaming, I'm like, I want to grow a big channel and do all this cool stuff. Like, I didn't even care about affiliate at that point. Like, I just wanted to have like one viewer maybe talk to me. And then I remember my first stream, I got a raid of I think 15 people. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. People are watching me. And then one person from that raid stuck around and came to my next stream, and then that just motivated me to keep streaming, and then it just kind of snowballed into what it is today, and I'm just really, really thankful.
I love that you said Markiplier, because I'm wearing a Markiplier shirt right now.
No way!
It's my lucky shirt. I wore it through the worst of times, and it's got holes all through it. I swear to God, I should throw it out, but I can't because it's my lucky shirt.
No, don't throw it out. It's special.
Yeah, it is. It's got like some good juju on it or something, because every time I wear it, I get good luck. So it's weird. Superstitious. I'm very superstitious. So it's like, okay, I'll wear this today, and I'll have good luck.
No, it's true. It's true. That's why I wear when in my speed runs. I have the specific costume that I make Claire wear. There's certain things that just give you good luck.
Okay. So that's cool. What? Who's giving me bits? Stop it, Mikado! Stop it! The positive harassment. He's harassing me.
I see all the people in like I recognize a lot of people in chat, and just hi everybody. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming today.
Yeah, I opened up my Twitch and I saw all the hearts. I'm like, whoa!
Whoa!
You guys are crazy, but thank you. It's like, I don't deserve all that. At least sit around and listen first before you follow. Cool. Anyway, because you might be going, oh man, this girl's crap. Why is she over here? But it's like, yeah. Okay.
No one would think that, Pizza.
I'm just messing. All right, so you started streaming, you said, in 2019.
Yes.
So what's the most rewarding part of that for you, for streaming?
Oh dear, so I'm kind of like I don't have a whole lot of friends like outside of streaming. I've always kept like a very small friend circle, and I don't really like go to hang out with people much. And I'm kind of a like a I don't know the word turtle.
Guy.
No, maybe not a turtle. I don't know.
Well, you can be a turtle. You can hide in your own little house.
Shell. That's how I felt before, but I was just very like not confident. And I find with streaming, it's boosted my confidence. It's made me meet so many amazing people. Like honestly, the best part of streaming for me is just talking to everyone in chat and just I don't know. It feels like how do I explain stuff? My brain is not working right now, but
best you can.
Just feels like
we accept that in this channel.
Yeah, okay. But it feels like, I don't know, just a really cool community where everyone's there for each other, everyone supports each other, and it honestly feels like I just have a lot of friends, and that's probably the most rewarding part for me, is just getting to know everyone and talking to them off stream and just having a good time. It really is rewarding.
You seriously have a hype community. You go in there and it's like a party all the time. It's like, I love this place.
It is so much fun. Like I owe my community so much for like my growth. Like they've helped me grow. Without everyone in chat like being so welcoming to new people coming in, I don't think I would have grown so much. So I owe so much to chat. I really do.
Yeah, it's good to have them backing you.
Oh yeah.
Because you go into some bigger streams and they just don't talk to you at all. You're like pushed in the back corner.
Yeah, it really depends streamer to streamer. I know some people aren't as huge on interaction, but I find that interaction is something that I'm really good at. And I have to really agree with that. Yeah, like I find I'm getting like I used to suck at talking to people. Now I feel like I can go up to anyone and just talk to them, you know what I mean? And I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah, I'm just really thankful that everyone's so awesome in chat. Like, we never have arguments. No one's, like, fighting with each other. It's always just a really positive and good time.
Somebody in chat is to ask you about your favorite letter of the alphabet.
Prana, how dare you? Have you heard of this pizza?
No,
I'll have to explain this, won't I, for other people that don't know. So, one day I'm on stream, and I'm saying the alphabet, and I get to the letter V, and I can't figure out what letter is next. Like, I guess I just haven't said the alphabet in, like, forever. I don't know why. I don't have to say the alphabet all the time. It's not like something that I have had to do in a couple of years. So I'm like TU, and I'm like, what's next? I can't think of what letter is next.
Oh.
So then eventually chat told me it's the letter V, and now I'm permanently scarred from that. But yeah, my favorite letter actually is the letter E.
E.
So there you go.
Chat is like that though. They'll troll you every chance you get.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's always in a playful way too. Like chat is hilarious. There's some like people who should be comedians in chat. I swear. Like they just say the funniest stuff all the time, and I'm like, you guys are funnier than me. You're carrying my stream. So thank you for
Isn't
that.
that the
You're giving me
truth?
so much material. Yeah.
That is the truth. Yeah, some days it's like, but they just bring along the happy to go with it. It's good. It's good. Well, the most rewarding is your community. I love that. So, will you tell me the story behind the Sneevil brand?
So, the Sneevil brand,
crazy?
when it first started, it wasn't really a brand. It was just like a username. So my uncle would always call me, so my real name is Eve. And Meg Leosic, thanks for the gifted sub to me. I appreciate it. But yeah, my uncle always called me Evil Knievel. And my real name is Eve, so that's kind of how it went to Evil. And then, sorry, I need to sneeze. No, it's going away. It's really distracting me. It's hard to talk.
They say if you look up at the light, it'll sneeze faster. I don't know why.
Yes!
See?
Okay, that was good. That was perfect. Excellent. I looked directly into the light. I'm a little bit blinded now, but I'm good. Okay, so I was talking about how I got the Sneevil name. So my uncle would call me Evil Knievel, and one of my nicknames growing up, I guess, was Evil. Not for any really mysterious reason or anything. I'm definitely not evil at all. But
no,
not at all. Definitely not. But I went on Twitch, and one of my other usernames I used was Evilini. And I tried that. That didn't work. So I was like, okay, let's try. I think I tried Weevil, like the Pokemon Weevil, and that one didn't work. But then I tried Sneevil. It was like my third one I tried, and it was available. And I'm like, this is perfect. It's short, it's sweet, and it has evil in it, so I'll take it. And then when I first started streaming, everyone would always tell me I'm very loud, and I didn't realize I'm a loud person. I just had people telling me I'm loud, so I'm like, I guess I am loud, louder than the average streamer. So I do find I have problems with like what my branding is. I'm actually still working on that, but I'd say my branding is kind of like just me being a loud person. Like my emotes are of my face, like being crazy. It's just me being unhinged pretty much is my brand. And then I also have like the Dark Lord, which was when I first started. We would call the community like the Dark Lord's army, and that I'm the Dark Lord. And I honestly can't remember how that started, but I'm sure it was someone in chat. So that's where the Dark Lord emote comes from. That's on some of my branding. And then we also have a Sans emote from Undertale. And that was actually one of the first games I ever played on Twitch. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks into streaming. A lot of people were recommending for me to play Undertale, so I played that. And then that's where that emote came from. That's why you see it on like my overlays and my starting soon screen.
Yeah, Undertale is a cult classic. Either people love it or they hate it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, though. That was your first game on. I think mine was Resident Evil 3, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, I didn't want anybody to come in the chat, so I streamed that early in the morning.
Yeah.
But somebody showed up, so I was like,
oh, there you go. That's cool. It's always cool getting someone to show up on your first stream.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just testing to see if this works.
Yeah, your first stream is always so, like, anyone's first stream is always so, like, jank. Like, no one knows what they're doing. They're probably muted anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember my second or third stream, I played like it was like Marvel fighting game or something. You know those games, it's like beat 'em up so you could play as all the different characters?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was on the Switch. And then I was playing that, and then I checked my VOD after like a 2-hour stream, and my mic was muted the entire time.
Are you really a streamer if you don't have tech issues?
Really. At least now I have people in chat that can tell me, like, you're muted. But, like, if you have no one in chat, you have no idea.
No
and then
clue.
you just do the whole stream like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sad afterwards. But whatever, you live and learn, so.
That's true. Yeah, I did an oopsie when I just first started using my camera. Because I don't actually show my face, but I don't do a lot of them, but I do like diamond painting streams and art streams too.
Ooh.
So I did that, and one time I had the camera on, I didn't know, and I flashed my password book to everybody in Twitch.
Oh my god!
So I had to sit there for 3 hours afterward changing all my passwords to everything. So be careful with your password book.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
I was like, I thought I was had a heart attack.
Couple, like, accidental slips almost, but I don't think anyone's noticed. I just try to pretend like nothing happened if something shows up that shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if I draw attention to it, I feel like people will actually notice. So I just like, oh, nothing happened there. Let's just talk about something else.
Right,
We're
right. But yeah, there is that. All right, so what is the most challenging part for you as a streamer? What is the most challenging thing?
I'd say there's a couple different things that I personally struggle with. The first one, which my chatters will probably be will know, is
Welcome
that I'm
back.
very inconsistent. I have always struggled with consistency, as in like streaming a set amount of days per week, streaming on the same days. Just because I don't know, I've always been this way. Like, even with university, I'm just very inconsistent. So that's the biggest thing that I'm working on, is just to stream a set number of hours per week and a certain number of days and not take long breaks. Because, like, my mental health is not always the best. So I find I'm always working around my mental health to, like, stream. So I'm not always in tip-top shape, and I gotta give myself a bit more slack for not being able to stream as much as I want, because I'm still doing well despite everything. And I just, what was I talking about?
Full-time stream. Oh, no, you were...
I hate when you lose track. It's so awkward. It's like I'm in the middle of a sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just stops.
That's okay. I do that all the time. My brain farts, and then it keeps going. And then it gets back on track, and then 5 minutes later, I remember what I'm talking about, and people are like,
Pretty
that
much.
conversation's over, okay?
Yeah.
So are you a full-time
challenging
streamer?
part. Yeah, I am a full-time streamer.
Okay.
So when I was in university when I started streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and then I dropped out like 3 months into streaming. So I was like, I can't do both at once. Like, I get overwhelmed very easily. So doing school and doing streaming at the same time was a bit too much for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm already doing crap in school. Like, I already was not doing too well that semester. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to drop out. I'm going to just stream a bunch, see if it does anything. If it doesn't, I can always go get another job or whatever. But then I just never had to go back to school because it just kept growing, and I'm just really, really thankful that it worked out, because now I really don't want to go back to school. I'm done. I'm so done with school.
Yeah, you're
don't
growing
wanna go back.
fast. You are growing fast.
The last little bit has been insane, and I literally cannot explain why. But like the last couple months, it's been really, really insane growth, and I still don't know how to deal with it. It feels kind of the same as before, but then when I look at my stats, it's a lot higher, and I guess people just like watching. Like, I don't really know, but I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and hopefully people keep coming.
That's because you're awesome, right?
Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, it is hard to grow on Twitch. So whenever I do get growth,
Mm-hmm.
it is surprising, because I think right now, like, viewership is down across Twitch as well. So I've been worrying about that like a little bit.
Mhm.
But it hasn't really caused me any issues, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Thankful for that.
Yeah.
All right, you said you were other things that were challenging for you besides the inconsistency.
Yes, let's go back to that question because I totally forgot what I was talking about before. Um, in terms of challenges, besides the consistency part, I find it's really hard to. Why do I keep blanking on this question?
All
I
right.
literally had something lined up. So wait, it's challenging. I don't know why my brain is doing this today, Pizzachan. I
It's all right.
apologize.
It's all right. It happens to
Oh
everybody when they
yes,
get interviewed.
I remember now. Okay, so the challenging part is honestly, as a streamer, you have so many different jobs. So not only do I have to stream, I want to post to TikTok every day. I want to be posting to Twitter every day. I need to keep relations up with everyone, like answer my DMs and stuff. And I need to be making YouTube videos, which I haven't been doing. But the thing is, with streaming, it's all on you. Like, there's no one behind my shoulder saying, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's all based on me. So there's a lot of responsibility to, like, keep up with everything and to, like, edit videos and all of that. And I find it's pretty hard for one person. Like, some people think streaming is easy. You just get online and, like, play some video games and then get offline. But really, if you're taking it seriously, it's a lot more than that. It really is. And, it's sometimes hard to keep up with the amount of work that you have and like do everything that you want to do. Ideally, like I would have time to like edit a bunch of YouTube videos and do a lot more than I'm doing right now, but it's too much. So I've been thinking of hiring outside help to like help with editing and stuff, but yeah, it is hard to do everything yourself.
Yeah, the people who actually do a full 8-hour job, then come home and stream. God bless you, people.
I have so much like
Respect for them.
admiration for those. Yeah, respect for those people because it's insane. I can't imagine doing an 8 hour, like even after like a 7 hour stream, I consider that an 8 hour day because I don't really take breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But like I am exhausted and like imagine like even doing like a 2 hour stream after doing an 8 hour shift. I don't think I could do it.
I'd be dead. I turn into a
I'd be
potato
so
after
tired.
work.
Yeah, exactly. Once I'm done work, like I'm done work. I'm done for the day. It's over.
That's
But
right.
yeah.
Bust out your ice cream and your cozy blanket.
Yeah, exactly. And my YouTube. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's. Like how do you guys do it? If anybody's in the chat, just tell me how you do this because you must have like an energy pack hidden under your desk or something because it's like I don't even want to speak after I get home.
Yeah, really. I feel like the people who do it full time though and also stream or like work full time and also stream, I feel like they just love streaming. Like it's not really work for them. So it's not like they're getting home from work to do more work. It's more like they're getting home from work and then get to do something that they love. At least I hope so.
Yeah. I'd love to do more streams, but it's like my brain's like, you ain't doing that. you falling asleep on the couch. Yeah. That's what happens. Yeah. Do you ever have trouble balancing between playing a game? Because you speedrun a lot. We'll get into that later. And talking to chat while you're speedrunning?
So I find that's actually one of my biggest skills that I'm good at. Like that's one of my like I don't know the word, not positives, but just one of the things that I'm really good at is talking to chat and speedrunning at the same time or playing games. Like I always get people in chat like, wow, how are you doing this like intense speedrun and then talking to chat at the same time? Because my chat is pretty busy for my size. I find like it's usually moving pretty fast. But when I first started streaming and speedrunning, I was always talking to chat at the same time. So it was kind of like, you kind of get to learn. You start off with a couple chatters, you get used to looking over once in a while. And then the more I just grew slowly. So I got used to there being more and more people in chat. And now I just am able to just read chat and not fall behind. Like I do miss messages and stuff, but I'm able to keep up for the most part, but I find it's just a skill that you have to work at, and I was able to work at it since I started off like small, and then it kind of grew, so now it's just something I'm able to do. And also I'm good at speed reading. I'm like really, really good at speed reading. I learned that in university. I could read like a book in one day and then write a paper on it in the same day. Like I don't know how I did that, but I'm just really good at reading things fast and like understanding. So that helps me with reading chat really quickly and keeping up.
Yeah, you have a crazy balance in your chat. You have excitement, you have gameplay, you have speedrunning, and you have interacting with chat. And it's like a very very smooth tornado you have going around in circles, and it's like, I am amazed by this person.
Yeah, I find I'm definitely in my groove when I'm streaming.
Hmm.
Like I'm like in a groove, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a lot of fun how interactive it is. Like I never get overwhelmed by like how fast chat's moving or anything. It's just a jam. I'm having a good time, and I try to focus on that when I'm streaming.
Yeah, I was in your last stream and you said you started to feel like you were in your place, that you were completely comfortable with streaming and at ease now. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I find before I used to think too much before I went on. I was
Hmm.
like, like, what can I do to be entertaining? Like, I want
Hmm.
to make sure the stream is hype. Like, I had a bit more expectations for myself. But now that I'm so comfortable, I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. So
Nice.
now that I'm super comfortable with myself, like, I've confidence in myself now. And I couldn't have said that a couple years ago. And I can thank chat for that. Because before I started streaming, I had like zero confidence. I was not confident at all, but now everyone just tells me how much they love my stream, and like after so many times of them telling me that, I have to believe them, you know what I mean? So I just have confidence in what I do. I know that chat is there for me for the most part, so I'm just able to act like myself without having any expectations, and now I can just go on stream without being nervous at all, and it's great.
Good. That's good. Not a lot of streamers have that, me being included, not enough self confidence. But I admire that, because you can definitely feel it when you go into a person's chat and they're like, "Yo, what's up?" And then some
Yeah.
people's like, "Hi," when you go in. You know what I mean?
But confidence definitely does build with time and experience. It really does. Like the more you do it, the more confident you get in yourself and you know what you're doing.
Awesome, Jen. You will not be disappointed. Snee is amazing.
Aw, thank you, Jen. I see you in chat. I see
Yep,
everybody in
must be the
chat, by
new
the way.
guy.
I'm staring at you.
she's
I
watching
sounded
you.
really creepy.
The evil
I'm
eyes on
watching
you.
ya.
All right, so do you have anybody that inspires you as a creator? Like any other Twitch streamers that you would say, like, hey, I saw that and that they inspired me to do this or do that?
So I have there's way too many people to name in a way. Like there's so many people. I have to give a big shout out to Kimberly Boo,
Mm-hmm.
she was like the first or second person ever in my stream. And she was streaming at that point, and I went over to her stream, and she just had great energy. And I was just watching her stream. I'm like, I want to be like Kimberly, and she motivated me a lot at the beginning. As for right now, though, a bigger streamer that inspires me. I don't know if anyone knows her here, but her name is Sweet Tails, like with 3 E's, so SWEEET Tails.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets like a couple thousand viewers on Twitch, so she's a pretty big streamer. She's a big streamer, but she is so loud and crazy. And I always thought, like, so me being a super loud streamer, I always get people coming in my chat being like, "Oh, you're too loud. You need to calm down."
Oh, yeah, that.
Oh, like why are you being so crazy? I'm like, well, this is my space. Like I can act however I want. But then I always kind of, in the back of my mind, I was like, could a really loud, like, woman streamer make it big in the Twitch world? And I was just not sure. But then I saw Sweet Tails, and she is so loud, so crazy. She acts however she wants, and she's doing so good.
Mm.
And she really inspires me to just be myself, that, like, really loud women can make it in the industry, and I just love her so much.
Yeah, I don't think there's that many people who, should I say, have the volume raised in their streams.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh my god, why are you so loud?" It's like, because I have energy and I'm expelling it right now. So this is,
Yeah.
I actually have a command that says, "Yes, I am loud," and "No, I will not calm down."
Oh my goodness, I want to steal that so
yeah.
bad.
So I was like, when I went into your stream, I was like, "Somebody like me!" Oh, so
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I see a fellow really loud streamer, I'm like, we could vibe. We could
Yeah.
definitely vibe.
Yeah, it's like someone like me, somebody who's not a. It's like I throw all of my energy into my stream. So when I'm done, I'm done. I need a nap.
Yeah, honestly, it's weird because after I'm done streaming, I'm both extremely tired,
Mm-hmm.
but I also have an adrenaline rush. Like, somehow streaming gives me like a mini adrenaline rush. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm like an anxious person, but it's just like I'm almost on a high after each stream. I'm like, yeah, that went so good. Like, I just can't stop smiling. I'm like, I can't fall asleep, so I can blame my chat for not letting me sleep ever because they make my streams too good. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that, but I'm both mentally exhausted and just really excited that the stream went awesome. And every day it goes awesome. Like, there's not a stream I get off and I'm like, oh, that stream, it was subpar. Like, even streams where my chat's going a bit slower, like, I know they're still having a good time. I try not to focus on that, and, like, most of the time, everyone's just lurking.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they're enjoying the stream without having to talk, and that's a big compliment as well. So, yeah.
I'm a serial lurker, so I'll come in, I'll say hello, I'll throw some biddies, and then I'll sit and do whatever project I happen to be working on at the time. So it's like they're my background noise, and I love it. If they're doing if they're doing something I want to get in on, I'll jump in. But otherwise, I'll lurk in the background and enjoy your beautiful commentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I almost feel bad saying this, but I like when I watch a stream, I almost have to be doing something else. Like my brain, unless I'm like, because I don't know if I should say this, but so I smoke weed. I live in Canada; it's legal.
That's
so,
okay.
Like if I smoke, I'll like sit and watch a stream. I can.
She likes the giggle grass. It's okay.
The giggle grass. I've never heard that. Oh my god! But yeah, I'll be watching streams, and most of the time, if like say I smoke, I can like watch a stream and then get like into it. But other than that, I feel like my attention span does not let me just watch a stream. Like I need to be going on Twitter at the same time, or like working on like stream stuff. But it's really good to have background noise. And there's so many awesome streamers on this platform that I love. It's almost hard to keep up with everybody, but it's nice to see how everybody's doing.
Yeah, I always have trouble trying to visit all of my favorites because I think I need to visit them when they're streaming. So it's like, oh my god, there's like 12 of them streaming. Ah, what do I do?
Yeah, I find it's so hard. Like I have so many good friends on Twitch. The thing is, I'm a lurker. I'm not a chatter.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally don't show up in anyone's streams. And I always am like, oh, do they think like I hate them now or something? Like I'm never around. But no, it's just that's not the way I like to enjoy Twitch. I like to lurk. I like to just sit there. And I've never really been big on like using other people's chats as like network hubs.
Mm-hmm.
So I do find some streamers, they'll like try to get to know you, or like a lot of big streamers at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not coming from a genuine place where they actually want to just watch. They more are using it for networking and to like get to know other streamers and like for the streamers to get to know them. And I do think that's a valid way to network. Like I
God,
don't have anything
I'm so sorry about Godzilla.
about it. But yeah, I find some people, they'll just use other people's chats as like a way to network, but I don't like to do that. Like if I'm in your chat, I'm there for you. Like I don't care if you know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just there to watch your stream, to like maybe chat about a couple things, but other than that, it's all about you.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. I got a raid over here. Kazzy! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, guys. We're interviewing the great Sneevil today. Sit back and relax. But welcome, and thank you, Kazzy. I love your face. But yeah, I agree with you with that, because the people I watch a variety of people. And it's like, the reason I watch them is because I generally want to be friends with them. I seen something in them. It's like, oh my god, this person likes this. I want to be friends with you because I just do, not for any other reason.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I really, like, I don't think about people's numbers. Like, say someone asked me to collab, I'm like, I don't think about, oh, is it going to be good for me in the long run? It's more like, do I want to work with this person?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, she came over and worked with me, so she must think I'm worthy.
Well, it's awesome. I'm having a great time. This is a great interview so far.
And I try to be super casual. It's like, it's not really podcasting. Somebody told me, it's not really podcasting. It's like,
no, it is.
Listen here, I'm going to swear. It's like, bitch, this is my podcast and I can do what I want.
Exactly. You're
So I want to sit and have a cozy conversation with somebody and get to know them. I'm going to do it my way, damn it.
Exactly. And I kind of like this format because I don't feel pressured to, like, I don't know, you even said, like, I don't need to be on camera. Like, I'm just sitting here in my room just chatting, and it's nice.
It's like a conversation on the couch. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love it. And I love getting to know people. Oh, I'm not crazy. Be quiet, Cassie. No, I love you, Cassie. Cassie's amazing too. She's super, super smart, and she's like a librarian and stuff, so that's cool.
Oh my god, I wish I was super smart. I feel like I traded my smarts for like good video game skills, and now I can't do math anymore.
Listen, it's better than being a streamer that can't play video games, okay?
It's true.
That's
But
me, okay?
There's still a niche for that, Pizza.
I
People
know.
like to see low-tier gameplay where you screw everything up and it goes awful and it's entertaining.
So I did a walk only because I can't speed run.
Wait, which game?
Resident Evil 2 remake. I did a walk only.
Did you beat it?
Yes. Yes.
Nice,
but it took me almost like 5.5 hours to do it.
Yeah, really. You can't move very fast.
And walking away from Mr. X, let me tell you how terrifying that is.
Oh my goodness.
But
I
it's
would've accidentally hit the run button.
Yeah, I did it a couple of times. But
we don't know.
But it's terrifying. But I made my own genre for that because it's like speed running is awesome, but that takes too much focus that I don't got. Okay, I'm like a gnat on too much pixie stick. I can't focus that much. It's so bad. It's like I can't look at maps when I play video games, and I never follow directions, so I always get lost. So it's
yeah, but the cool thing with streaming is that you can do whatever you want. Like you can make up whatever challenges that fit you and your type of streams you want to do. So that sounds like a good idea. Walk only. Maybe I'll have to attempt it one day.
Do it. It's so cool. You get to walk away from Bill, and it's like, oh my god, he's right by. Especially the part where you're running to do the canister fight, where you swing it around. You're gonna have to walk away from him. It's the scariest thing.
Oh my
I used all of my flamethrower on him. All of it.
Yeah.
It's like die. It was great. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to look at it.
I'll have to.
It's just funny, but I would love to see you do that because you're super speed runner. I mean, I know somebody does
like the opposite.
She's like at 53 like minutes, so I'm back here like 5 hours.
Next April Fool's Day, I'll do like, yeah, guys, we're gonna speed run today, and then I just won't run. I won't explain why.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
Like, this is a great run. We're gonna beat world record.
It's gonna
be awesome.
Yeah, one day I'll try speed running, but it'll have to be a very, very good day. You know what I mean? I have to have my Wheaties that day.
Yeah, your Wheaties. Part of a balanced breakfast.
Balanced breakfast, besides Pop-Tarts, because that's what I live off of.
I almost had Pop-Tarts this morning. There was some in the cupboard, and I'm like, I better not. I need to be fueled for this interview. I gotta give my energy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Pop-Tarts would do that, so I had toast with peanut butter.
How you feeling now? You got the energy back up?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, and I was worried about my voice for today, because, like, being a loud streamer,
it's rough.
I'm still working on. I feel like I need a vocal coach, because my voice gets strained, like, say I stream 3 days in a row, it's usually strained by like after the third stream. So I really need to find ways to keep my voice in tip-top shape, because really it's my biggest asset. Like without my voice, I can't stream. Like I guess I could like type in chat, but that's not really the type of streams I want to do. But yeah, I need to take way better care of my voice, because sometimes it does hold me back where I want to stream a certain day, but I can't because my voice isn't working. So yeah.
You're also known for your loudness, so
yes,
that's one of your characteristics, Snee, for the Resident Evil and the loudness.
Yeah,
go buy her merch.
My merch. No, you guys don't have to buy my merch. It's okay.
Her merch is amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you, Pizza. I'm really happy I have merch now. It took a while. Like I didn't want to rush merch either. I wanted to make sure it was designs I was really proud of, and I'm really happy with how the merch turned out.
See, my mod's over here spamming your links. She's just been doing it for the last half hour.
I see you, Alexia Witch. You're a good one.
Yeah,
you're a good witch.
She's my witchy mod, so she protects the chat, and she also keeps me in line because I can't do anything myself. It's like, it's broken! Lexi, fix it! But yeah, everybody has a mod like that, one that you lean on. Please help me!
Yeah,
but
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about your speed running, your favorite thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you start speed running?
So I watched so Games Done Quick is like if you're not familiar with Games Done Quick, it's pretty much the biggest speedrun marathon in the world. And it when it started, I don't remember what year it started, maybe like 2011, 2012, but they would post all their VODs on YouTube of all the runs. And I think I was like 14 or something when I first discovered, or maybe 15 when I first discovered the videos on YouTube. And the first run I ever watched was Siglemic's Super Mario 64 run. And if you have not seen a Super Mario 64 speedrun before, they are insane. Like the tricks that they do, I could never do it. Like it's so difficult, so precise. And I'm watching this and I'm like 15. I'm like, whoa. Because that was one of my favorite games growing up. It was actually probably the first video game I ever played was Super Mario 64. And watching someone just absolutely tear it apart was like, it was revolutionary. I was like, this cannot be possible. So I was showing like all my friends. I was showing my parents. I'm like, look at this speed run. It's crazy. Have you ever seen anyone do anything like that? And I was just really into it. So anytime there was like a new speed run posted by Games Done Quick, I would watch it. And I like watched all of them. I watched so many speedruns. So that was me when I was younger. But like when you're watching speedruns as a non-speedrunner, it looks really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could never do this. Like it looks way too hard to learn. I don't even know how they learned it in the first place. It looks impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But once I went on Twitch and I saw Resident Evil 2 remake speedruns, I was like, I still kind of thought I couldn't do it, but I really wanted to do it. And I just learned the run. So I think I watched like someone's run, like a console run, because I started on console. I started on the base console, it was 30 frames per second. It's a lot harder to run on that, but despite that, I still wanted to speed run. I didn't really care about the time or like getting on the leaderboards. It was more the fact that I was doing a speed run at all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I pretty much watched a VOD of someone running the game. I learned the run. I practiced it for a couple weeks, and then I just kept practicing. And now I've been running it for about 2 years, and I've learned a couple more speedruns as well. So I'm really glad I got into speedrunning. I literally feel like I could do anything now if I could learn such a hard run. And it's just been a really good time. It's been fun climbing up the leaderboards and having a hobby that is really fulfilling. I feel like I accomplish a lot when I get a PB. Like some trolls on Twitter are like, "Oh, you're wasting your time speedrunning, playing the same game over and over. Doesn't it get boring?" And it's like, no. Like I'm working on improving the run. Like every run is different. I try to improve strats, get better at it. It's very rewarding in that sense that you're always improving, getting better, and just seeing yourself grow and doing something.
I didn't really like speedruns at first. I used to think,
really?
yeah, I was like, oh, why are they speedrunning it? You're totally ruining the game. You're not stopping. You're not looking at it. And then I found a speedrunner. Words are hard. Where I found a speedrunner that made me change my mind. I was watching her do it, and I was like, well, these people are loving the game, but they've already played through it, so they're trying to play it as much as possible. They're learning everything, every hiccup, every zombie move, every dodge.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god! I was like, that's awesome. I was watching a speedrunner called Queen 17KB. She was doing the
I love Queen.
yes, the Queen. Yes,
Queen
she's my bestie. And I went into her stream and she was running Inferno.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I dabbled in that. I quit, never going back.
But I'm like, she's doing this and she's dying repeatedly at the same spot, but she's not getting mad. She's just like, oh, damn it. I'm like,
yeah, that's it. It's you kind of gotta learn to not get mad. I find speedrunning teaches you that skill, because if you get mad after you lose a run, like, you're just not gonna enjoy it. Because obviously, like, with speedrunning, you are gonna lose, like, 99% of your runs.
mm-hmm.
Like, that's just the nature of the beast. So you can't get mad if something bad happens. It really teaches you to just, I don't know, just not get frustrated when things don't go your way all the time. And now I feel like I could play any Dark Souls game and just not get frustrated.
Don't even get me started on that game, okay? I broke a controller playing Dark Souls. I threw it and it's like, crack! I was like, oh shit, I can't play this game no more.
Yeah, I used to get really mad at games, especially when I was younger, and I would throw my remote like at the couch. So I'd be like, if I'm throwing it at the couch, it's soft, right? Like it's not gonna break. But then it would bounce off the couch and like hit the TV, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to calm down now. But yeah, I don't really get angry anymore, which is nice.
She inspired me to go beyond the easy and standard levels because I never usually play anything harder than normal.
Right.
So I was like, I'll try it on hard mode. I did it. I was like, yeah! And then I did it on the next mode, in Nightmare mode, and Resident Evil 3 are, put you in tears, bro. I beat it, and I was like, I'm never touching you again, ever, as long as I live. And it's true, I haven't touched it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Actually, Nightmare was really hard.
Yeah.
I remember, especially like the last boss, that probably took you a good while.
Yes, I beat it. I was like, I only got a B rank, but I don't care. I did it.
Yeah, no, a B rank is good. That's good for what Nightmare is.
Yeah, it's crazy. But she inspired me to actually try harder things. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I started watching more and more streamers that speed run. So it's like, yeah, I'll go over here and watch Lucy because Lucy's amazing. I was like, wow, that's so crazy how he can just go zip, zip, zip.
Lucy Lover?
Yes.
Yes. I love Lucy. He's really, really good.
It's like, oh my god, how do you do that so fast? And then it's like, I wanted to learn how they do it or why they do it, or is there a strict code you guys follow when you do it? I mean, or do you have to start over when you die? Can you restart? I don't know any of those things. So that's why I was just like slowly learning the speed running strats, as they say.
Yeah, and there's a lot of speedrun lingo too, like PB. Like like right now, I'm like, oh, PB. Everyone knows what that means. Like, no,
it's peanut butter, right?
What that means. Yeah, it stands for peanut butter, exactly. But for real, it stands for personal best, and I'll be saying PB, and I just assume everyone knows what it means. But like, I remember when I first went on Twitch and I was watching speedrunners, people were saying like PB and all these terms, and I was like, I have no idea what any of this means, and I'm too shy to ask, so I'm just gonna sit here and not know what's going on.
Okay. Yep. Snee, I have your stats written on a piece of paper here. your speed run stats. So you said you Yeah. So you said you prefer Claire A. You prefer Claire speed running than you do Leon. Why is that?
So I'm a little bit biased. By that, I mean I'm very, very biased. And so the first run that I ever did was Claire A Standard. It was the one that I watched the most, like on Twitch, like Orchlon and another dude named 7RayD would also speedrun that. So that was just the run that I was most familiar with, so I started with that. And then I saw that Claire has a very nice bootay.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this run is so much better than Leon's. So much better. You get a much more better view. So that's why I love Claire. But honestly, I like Claire just because it might sound weird, but I love playing as women characters. Like, I just love it. I'll always choose. If there's the choice between a male and a female, I will always pick the female. So I've always been Team Claire. I've never really liked Leon too much. But as for the run, I like that. So in Leon's run, for Leon, you play as Ada for a part of the run, and then as Claire, you play as Sherry for a part of the run. And I really like that the Sherry part is really easy. Like, some people say that it's boring because you do the same thing every time. You're kind of just sitting there. But for me, I like having a break in the middle of the run to, like, talk to chat, to, like, catch up, to catch my breath, maybe calm, like, just chill for a second, and then I can do the next part of the run. Whereas with Leon, Ada's part is very
intense.
Action intense, yes. It's very intense. You don't really get a break there. So I don't get, like, a breather, like, time to catch up with chat. So that's why I like Claire for that reason.
So do you like the original better, or do you like the remake better for the speed runs?
Oh dear. So for speedrunning, the only one that I don't run the original RE2, so I only speedrun the remake. But as for which one I like better, I'd have to say they're, like, equally tied. Like bang on tie. Like, I've always loved the older style of Resident Evil, like fixed camera angles, tank controls. It's always been my jam. So I think the original Resident Evil 2 is awesome. It's like one of my top 3 Resident Evil games, I think. But the remake, they did such a good job.
Right?
The only issue I have is the scenarios kind of, they could have been more different, but honestly, like, I don't really care too much. So I thought they did such a good job with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Honestly, I feel like it, like, revitalized the franchise a little bit. Like, that game and Resident Evil 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I find them both really, really good. I think
Resident,
they're both great.
yeah, the remake is the only game I've ever given a 9 out of 10 because it is absolute masterpiece.
It's so good.
It is so good.
I was so impressed. Like, I'm just so happy because, like, being a Resident Evil streamer, I
Mhm.
obviously want Resident Evil games to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So having Resident Evil come out with, like, so many cool new games, now we're getting Resident Evil 4 Remake. And, like, that's gonna be huge. I'm just so excited for that to come out, and I'm just glad that Capcom's, like, kicking ass lately. Sorry to swear, but
No, that's
really
okay.
been doing a good job. And I'm happy to be such a big fan of Resident Evil, and I'm excited for the future of the series.
You should hear me when I'm streaming. I swear like a sailor. So
Yeah. Okay, I don't feel so bad.
no. It gets pretty bad. It gets pretty bad, and the lewdness slips every now and
Have
again.
you heard me, Pizza?
Yeah, but that's okay.
I swear, maybe like a couple times a second. It's fine.
It's fine. You use it as punctuation. It's all good. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just it's extra punctuation. I
Extra,
like that.
yes, expressive punctuation. It's great.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and you also did a speed run for Hunk as well. 7 minutes.
Yes. So that's a short speed run. It's in Resident Evil 2 Remake. If you're not familiar, there's like extra modes. So you can play as this dude named Hunk. It's called the Fourth Survivor Run. And I actually had a friend who ran this back in the day, back when I first started streaming, and his name was Romfinite, and he would run this this Hunk run like to the bone. So it's not a long run. It's about like 7 to 8 minutes depending on how fast you are. But the thing that got me is the music. There's really cool music during the run. It's really hype. It's like
Yeah, it's really good.
Exactly like that, but it's really hype. It just makes you so excited. So I was like, I want to speedrun this just for the music. Like, maybe not just for the music, but it was like 90% for the music and like 10% for the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I learned the run, I realized that I love the run. I kind of like that the run is shorter. And it doesn't, like, you don't have to dedicate a lot of time to it. You can, like, literally take 10 minutes out of your day and do a run. And it's very skill-based. Like, there's just a lot of cool tricks you can learn, and it's been fun getting better at it. So now I actually have a pretty good time in that run. I think I got, like, a 6:53.
Nice.
Which is pretty good. The world record, I think, is 6:36. So I'm still, like, a little under 20 seconds off, but, I'm really proud of that run, and it's hard to do because there's a lot of randomness in there too, but I'm really glad I chose to speedrun that as well. I can, like, choose to mix it up. Say I've been running Claire all day, I can switch over to Hunk for a little breather and then go back, so it's nice to have something else to fall on.
Yeah, bro, I can't get very far in that. I'm bad with ammo management.
Yeah, and they don't give you that much stuff either.
Yeah, so I'll use it all at the beginning and then get killed by something later on. So it's like, yeah, I can't do this.
And the funny part is that the end of the run is the hardest part.
Mhm.
They just throw like 10 zombies at you and like a whole bunch of other creatures, and it's like, good luck. And I remember the first time I tried that run, I'd always get to the end and just die.
Mm-hmm. It's sad.
But yeah, now I could speed run it, so that's pretty cool.
Did you ever play the Operation Raccoon City? She's
Sorry.
laughing at me. No.
No. It's because, so one of my moderators, Muzo, he always makes a joke about when am I gonna play Operation Raccoon City and how it's my favorite game.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, so I bought that game on release, or like a week after it released, and I played it one time, and I just don't remember liking it particularly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just remember it being, so I expect when I buy a Resident Evil game, I expect it to at least feel kind of like Resident Evil, but this one just didn't at all. Like, it's completely different. It's a very action-oriented game, and I didn't love it, but yeah, my mod Muzo loves to joke that, he's gonna make me play Operation Raccoon City with channel points and stuff, but it hasn't happened yet, so I'm in the clear. But what do you think about Operation Raccoon City?
You see, I have a soft spot for junk games, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry if I hated on one of your favorite games.
No. It's absolutely fine, because I like Fear 3 as well, and everybody hates that.
I've heard, I've heard a lot of
Because
hate for
it's
that game
not
too.
fun unless you play it with somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like I have a soft spot for games like that are really bad. So Orc is one of those games. It's like yeah, I like playing it. Don't shame me, okay? Because I like it. I also like the RE the 3 remake. I also like that one.
The Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah, a lot of people
Honestly,
don't like that.
I liked it too, but
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, I think we just have too high of expectations, especially for remakes that come out. Because we're like, oh, like if it's a remake, they're gonna like build upon the game. But to me, it felt a bit like a step back. But I speed ran that game. Like I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. I put a couple 100 hours into it, so I can't say that I hate it or anything. But I definitely say between Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, I'd say Resident Evil 2 remake is my favorite.
Yep. And the 3 remake, Carlos had me. I fell in love with Carlos.
Yeah, they did such a good job with Carlos.
Right?
Like, they really, one thing I loved about RE3 remake is that they really built upon the characters and made them actually feel like people.
Yes.
Like, in the original, I mean, it's kind of pixelated. There's not much you can do. The voice acting wasn't very good. But, in the remake, they really built upon the characters in the world, and I liked that part about it.
They make you like them or dislike them, which is really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the new RE4 remake, I'm scared and excited for it both at the same time. So, we'll see what that happens with that.
I think it's gonna be good. Because the thing is, like, RE4 fans are very...
Evil?
I feel like they're gonna be very particular. Evil, oh my god. They're gonna be very particular and maybe a little bit evil. Like, say one thing is missing, I feel like it's gonna be like, why is this one boss missing? You know what I mean? So I hope people just... I don't know, I just hope the game is good and that people can enjoy it and there's not too many people complaining on Twitter, because... Yeah, we already get enough of that with Resident Evil 3 Remake.
As long as they make Ashley as annoying as she was supposed to be, I'll be good.
Oh, really? You want her to be the same amount of annoying?
Yes, because that made her a fun part of the game. You know what I mean?
It's kind of true.
You have Lewis being sassy.
Ashley.
Yeah, you have to have the annoying Ashley in the background because it just made everything perfect.
I like to call her Trashly.
Trashly?
Because she goes in the trash. She literally does.
But yeah.
Like, you make her wait in the dumpster. But yeah, for the remake of Resident Evil 4, the one thing I hope they do for Ashley is I hope they expand upon her character a bit. Like, they can still make her annoying and, like, we have to, like, escort her around, but I hope that they make... So, the problem I had with Ashley in the original is that I didn't really feel compelled to like her. Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to protect her in a way. I'm like, oh, you're here, like, what? Like, you're just following me. I didn't really care about her. So what I hope that they do in the remake is make her more likable. She could still be annoying, but at least give her a good backstory. Make me want to care for her and give me a reason to defend her, and then I feel like people won't get quite as annoyed when they have to escort her around if they actually like her character a bit more.
Yeah. Like, I actually feel super, super sympathetic towards Marvin now, because we saw the Resident Evil 3 remake gap where little Carlos was going in and seeing him, and it's like, oh my god, poor Marvin! That's who bit him. Smack! Smack!
I love Marvin so much.
I do. Marvin should have his own game. I mean,
I honestly don't, like, wish they didn't kill him off.
Yeah, he's an awesome character.
If they didn't kill him off, he was like a recurring character. That would have been so cool.
Yeah, I agree. So, did you say that you were a fan of Resident Evil 7?
So, when I first played the game, so right now I am a huge fan. I really like the game. But it's funny, when I first played it, I actually didn't like it very much. And I'd have to say, it's because I was kind of like a stuck-up Resident Evil fan in the past. Like, to be quite honest, I was like very into the old games, because I was pretty upset when, like, Resident Evil 6 came out, and I was like, what are they doing to my favorite franchise?
We don't talk about that game.
Yeah. The game that shall not be named.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. But I was pretty disappointed with Resident Evil 6, and I was like, what are they doing? Like, I love like the older Resident Evil games so much that seeing the franchise change, like, in a couple years was I still played like a lot of Resident Evil 6. It was just not my jam. So when Resident Evil 7 came out, they called it like Biohazard. I thought it was going to be a bit more like the older games.
Mm-hmm.
But they did take the series in a completely new direction, but also it was kind of similar to the old games in a way, but I didn't realize that when I first played it. I was more focusing on how it's different, and I didn't really like the first person right away. Found it weird, like, it was just a lot different, so I feel like I wasn't expecting what I got, and that's kind of why I didn't love it right away. But after I played it, like, for the third or fourth time, because of course I'm going to play the, like, Resident Evil games, even if they're not my favorite, but after the third or fourth time I played it, I was like, this game's actually pretty damn good. Like, what was I thinking? The Baker family is awesome. I'm not a big fan of Ethan, but I did like Mia and, like, the storyline. And I really like the game now. It really, they did such a good job with that. And honestly, Resident Evil 7 is kind of responsible for bringing the Resident Evil series back to life.
It is.
I don't know what would have happened if they didn't make that.
But yeah, I had the same opinion at first. I was kind of snooty. I was like, I can't play this. I cannot play this. This is first person. And then I realized that I can't play it because I get motion sickness. That was very sad. But I never got to play much of 7 or 8 because it made me sick. But I loved watching them. I loved watching people play them. So.
Do you think you'll try Resident Evil 8 when the third person mode comes out?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yes, I want to see that. That's nice. You can finally play it.
Yeah. Even though I'm not fond of Ethan. I know everyone hates on Ethan, but he doesn't have enough, I don't know, characteristics to make me like him. So.
Honestly, Pizzachan, play RE8 and see if it changes your opinion on Ethan a bit, because it did for me. I don't want to spoil anything, but
yeah,
Ethan definitely. I find they expand on his character a bit more in 8. Well, maybe not necessarily expand on his character, but expand. Well, I guess it's expanding on his character by expanding on his motivations and just his love for his family, and it makes him a bit more relatable than he was in Resident Evil 7. Because I found in Resident Evil 7, he was like, I don't know, he was acting kind of stupid. He's like, your girlfriend's trying to kill you. Like, I get you love her, but like, I don't know. I would have been out of there as soon as I see the first monster.
I didn't even see that.
I would have been gone.
When I was watching somebody play it,
more now.
Yeah, you don't see any love between them at all. It's just like, what is this? Are these two like siblings? Because they don't act like they're married. You know, you haven't seen somebody in 5 years. You're like, oh, you want to hug them and hold them and not go. Oh my God, wake up! It's like, what?
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird.
I definitely I didn't like Ethan in Resident Evil 7, but Resident Evil 8, I like him a bit more. I can see why he's a likable character.
And I have to apologize to chat. I have changed this stream into a Resident Evil stream. I will get back to the interview, I promise.
Don't worry, we're having a good conversation.
I love Resident Evil. It is my #1 favorite game of all time. So it's like...
what is your favorite Resident Evil game?
RE2 Original.
Good choice. That's a great game.
When I first played that game, it was like goosebumps all up the back of my neck. It was like, it's now in my DNA. Whenever I hear like the save music, it's like, nostalgia balls tripping. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. It's like in my DNA. So I love Resident Evil. I have a painted picture of Leon on my wall. I have the keys. I have the RE badge. It's great. So, yeah. But I'm sorry I turned this into a Resident Evil stream. Okay, so I was gonna ask you about you've just actually your achievements. You actually have just made 10,000 followers.
Yes.
You mega titan.
Been crazy lately.
Yes. You've done that, which is great. I don't know if that was part of your goals to be that super and awesome, but you are.
Pizza, you're too sweet. I never thought I'd get, like, when I first started streaming, 100 followers. Like, whoa!
Yeah,
that's a lot. Like, it really is a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that we're at 10,000 followers, like, I don't know what to think. Like, that's a lot of people, and it's kind of crazy to think that I've said thank you for the follow like 10,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's that much by now, and I'm just grateful that people like my content and keep coming back and keep helping the channel grow. Because really, without everyone in the chat, I wouldn't be able to grow this much.
You're definitely one of the lights on Twitch. You know, you are growing massively. You have this great community. You have a great personality, and it just keeps going up. It's some people when they get a certain point, they're like, yeah, whatever. But now you're like, no, this is awesome. I want all of these friends, and it's totally good. So, yeah, you deserve all of that.
Oh, thank you, Pizza. And one thing about Twitch, like, I am growing a lot right now, but you can't expect it to always go like that. Like, there's always ups and downs. Like, I remember when I was going for partner, 1 month I was really close. I had like 65 or 70 average viewers. And then the next couple months, my viewership was going down. I was stuck around 50 viewers, and I was like, do people even want to watch anymore? I was kind of like, the numbers can get to you, especially when you first start streaming and you focus on it a bit too much. I find like going for partner, that doesn't help things because they give you like a 75 average you need to hit. And a lot of people just focus on that, which I was doing. I was really focusing on that because I really wanted partner. So whenever I'd have drops in viewership, it would be disappointing because you're getting farther away from the goal that you want. But now that I'm partnered, I find I just don't think about that as much. Like, if my channel starts to decline, or like, for example, say I have a bad stream, like I had a
Is
good
that
time,
possible?
but the numbers, not really, honestly, anymore. All my streams have been great, but say I have a bad stream where the numbers just aren't good. Like, it's bad in like an analytics way. I won't get disappointed anymore, which I'm really proud of myself for this, but I won't get disappointed. I'll be like, oh, what can I do different? Like, it motivates me to like maybe think of new ideas or like create new content, make new, I don't know, TikTok videos to bring people in, but it motivates me to just like improve my channel instead of disappointing me and making me feel like I'm a failure or something. It's more like, oh, okay, we gotta get more shit done, and that's how I try to look at it, and I find that helps me out a lot.
I have to find your TikTok now. I would stalk you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
My TikTok has been doing really good too. It's kind of slowed down though. Like, I had really good growth on TikTok when I first started, and now I've been stuck around like 17,000 followers, and it's not moving, but I've met a lot of really cool people through TikTok, and I definitely recommend like any smaller creators to hop on there. Just post whatever gaming clips you have. Like, that's all I do is post gaming clips, and people seem to enjoy it. So yeah, TikTok is a great tool for growth.
Also,
even if it's a bit cringy. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You can be cringy. Streamers are allowed to be cringy. It's part of our charm.
it is part of me, the cringe.
Yeah.
Embrace the cringe. That's my motto.
Yeah. You also are now part of Capcom Creators.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Honestly, since I've been a part of the program, I haven't really done much in regards to being a Capcom creator. Like, we're part of a Discord server. Apparently we're supposed to get a monthly newsletter, but I don't know if they have my wrong email because I've never gotten it. I still need to reach out for that. But it's more the fact that Capcom's recognized me to want to be a part of their creators program, which is really nice. And hopefully I'll have some opportunities to work with them in the future. Because obviously, as a Resident Evil streamer, it's like, that's my favorite company. Like, I'd love to work with them. And I was actually invited to be a part of Capcom Creators. I didn't even need to apply. So
holy crap.
Like, a big compliment. Yeah, it was like, they reached out to me as soon as they opened up for Canada. And they're like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? And I'm like, yeah? Are you kidding me? I was already going to apply, but now I don't have to worry if I'm going to get rejected. So yeah, they invited me, and that was pretty cool. But I hope to get more opportunities to work with Capcom in the future, because I love their company, and I think I can give them some hype gameplay and hype up their games really well.
That says something seriously for your channel. That they come to you and like, oh, we need this person because she's total hype.
Yeah.
It
was a huge compliment to be like recognized in any way.
Yeah, well, it's just mind-blowing. It's like, yeah, they come to you, hey, we need you because we need new fresh ideas and stuff. So
yeah, it was pretty cool.
But you've also had something else recently that's awesome.
So I've been waiting to talk about this like the entire time. Your partnership with the computer company NZXT.
Yeah, so I am partnered with Next or NZXT, which is a big computer company. They sell things like pre-built, so you can build your own computer. There's build kits. They also do like peripherals. Like, by the way, this is not an ad. I'm just saying what they do. But they do like, I don't know, like microphones and keyboards and mice and all that. So it's pretty much like like the equipment you would need to stream or do anything online. But yeah, I applied for this about 2 months ago, and I spent a good while on the application. I spent like 2 days making sure it was good because I want to make sure I have the best chance I could possibly have. And there's two tiers to the program, so there's like tier one, which is a lower tier. It's still great if you make it in that tier, but I got into the higher tier, which is tier two, and they're going to be gifting me a new PC. I'm going to get potential sponsored opportunities, and I'm really, really excited to be working with them. I've been waiting around because I'm very picky with sponsorships and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to sponsor or like be partnered with any company. It needs to be a company that we have the same values. I need to feel valued myself, and it needs to be a company that I actually like trust to have good product for people to buy. But yeah, I'm really excited to be partnered with them, and I hope to have some good opportunities with them in the future as well.
That's cool that they're sending you a PC to try out.
I know it's really
Hopefully
cool.
already assembled.
It will be. It will be. I was scared I'd have to build it myself because I've never built a PC before.
Mhm.
But no, they're gonna send it pre-built, which is nice. But I get to pick all the parts and stuff, so that's pretty exciting.
Sweet.
And it's gonna be much better than my current PC, so we're gonna see some upgrades in the streams.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a new computer like tour video so we can see all of the new moving parts.
I'm definitely gonna unbox it on stream and stuff like that.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing about the program I just want to mention is that I'm really, really just surprised by how reasonable they are.
Mm.
Because a lot of these, so there's a lot of affiliate programs out there, and they're like, okay, we'll give you a discount code, and you make like 10% of the sales if you sell to people, and that's pretty much their whole thing. So they rely on you to market and to sell products in order to make a small profit. Whereas this partnership, they don't really expect anything of me. So there's no affiliate code, there's nothing like that. They're just going to be sending me like some products and stuff to try. I have no obligations. And if they do want me to like actually advertise for them and do a lot of work, they're going to pay me separately. So it's not like they're just like partnering me for some free advertising. I feel very valued. I'm not asked to do stuff for free. And it just seems like a really good start to a relationship. So I'm really happy with the way they're doing the program. It's still in beta, so I'm sure it's going to change a little bit. But as of right now, I think it's a great thing to be working with, and I'm really happy that they accepted me.
Look at Snee out there doing the dream.
I mean, honestly, I have been living the dream. Like, it might sound cheesy, but I'd have to say, like, right now is the highlight of my entire life. Like, literally all the rest of my life was not as good as, like, this past 6 months. And I just feel really happy, the most happy I've ever been in my life. And it's really thanks to streaming and thanks to chat and just everything's been going so good. So I hope it keeps going in this direction. But if it doesn't, if it doesn't keep going in this direction, I'm prepared, and I'm just happy to have been able to do this in the first place.
I'm very happy for you. I hope you go all the way to where you want to go, which leads me into my next question.
Yes.
What are the goals you have set for your channel? What's next? What's happening in the Snee channel?
So for goals, I used to always have goals. Like, I want a certain amount of followers. I want, like, to reach this amount of average views. But lately, I find that my goals are mostly self-oriented. I try not to put I actually read this on Twitter somewhere. Someone gave me this piece of advice. But you don't want to have goals that are unachievable. So say I say, like, oh, I want 200 average viewers. That's not necessarily an achievable goal, because you never know if you're going to be able to reach that amount of viewers. But an achievable goal is something like, okay, I want to stream 5 days a week, and I want to stream for 30 hours in total. So I'm trying to set more goals like that, where I want to like just keep up my schedule and do things that are achievable. Like, always post on Twitter once a day, always post on TikTok once a day, stream for like 6 or 7 hours, 5 days a week. And then that's pretty much my goals. But if I were to like dream and like hope for a certain like outcome, I guess I would say that all I really want from streaming, I've never really wanted to become like super big and famous or anything. Like I really like the small vibe that I have right now in my stream. But what I'd want to do, my brain's farting again.
Somebody poke Snee! Poke Snee! We were talking about goals.
Yes, goals. Oh yes, if I were to pick like anything to come out of my stream, I just want to make a stable income. Like I don't care how many viewers, I don't care about any of that. Like it kind of sounds, I feel like I sound kind of bad right now because I'm like, all I care about is money. But really, if you're looking for a full-time job, like I want to make this my full-time job. That's all I really need is like to be able to pay the bills. Like I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to pay the bills and maybe go on a vacation every 5 years. Like that's pretty much it. Yeah. So like I don't care how many viewers I have. I just want to be able to make enough money that I don't need a secondary job, and that's all that I need.
That's not money hungry. That's I want food on my table.
Yeah, exactly. I always feel bad because it's like I feel like I'm focusing on money, but when you're a full-time creator, you got to do that. Like I can't pretend that money doesn't exist because like that's literally what fuels my life and my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I hope is just to make a stable amount of money and just be able to have a good life. That's all I really want.
Very humble goal. To make enough money to survive.
Yeah.
It's not like I want 10 million followers. It's like no.
Yeah, I just want to make just maybe a bit over minimum wage, and then I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Having money is good because then you can buy shiny things.
And more Sneevil merch.
Yes, and pizza, which are all important.
And pizza, yes.
The amount of money I spend on pizza.
After this interview, it'll be a pizza day.
Pizza day. Pizza day is awesome. We had pizza yesterday. It was so good. Ah! Oh my god. It was bacon and pepperoni. Don't even get me started, okay?
Oh, that sounds good. Okay, wait, I'm gonna turn the tables for a second.
Uh-oh.
How many times a week do you eat pizza?
How many times a week? As many as possible, which is bad. But usually twice a week.
Too much pizza.
Twice
Never
a week.
Too much.
Once delivery.
That's a good.
And one frozen.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of pizza.
Yeah, it's usually on a Friday that I get the delivery. That's the reward to myself for finishing the week because I have a level of anxiety that torments me constantly. So I just give myself little victories. Presents. So
yeah, I'm like, okay, I went to the store to grab one thing. I deserve a $20 treat.
That's right. I'm ridiculous,
yeah, honestly,
I know.
Whatever makes you happy.
Right.
Like that's really what's the most important about just life is just being happy and in a good headspace, and especially anxiety can really fuck with that. So like any little escape, like me, I love food. I've gained a bit of weight like recently, but I don't care because like I just love food. Like when I'm stressed out, I'll just be like, yeah, you know what? Tonight I'm just gonna order some McDonald's. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
Right. Eat the nuggies.
Like, I can always lose weight in the future. Like I don't really care too much. So whatever makes you happy really is all that's important.
Yeah, it gives you the happy endorphins. That's like between buying pizza and buying notebooks, I'm set.
Yeah, exactly. What's gonna make you feel better? Yeah.
I'm ridiculous like that, so.
And someone in chat said, woke up today, deserve a pizza.
That's right!
That was hard work. It's hard to get up, especially when you're tired.
Yeah, I'm always tired.
Yeah.
I'm always tired. Always tired. Alright, Snee, what advice would you give to a newbie streamer?
Oh my goodness. Okay. I probably have a couple pieces of advice.
Do it!
The first one is do not... Okay, this is hard to do. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. Do not focus on your analytics, especially when you first start. Like, before you're an affiliate, do not look at your analytics. Like, maybe you can look at it and be like, how did the stream go? But don't let them overwhelm you. Because I actually know a couple streamers. There's someone actually I'm not friends with anymore for this reason, is that they only focus on the numbers. Like, that's literally all they focus on. And if they have a bad stream, their numbers dip a bit, like they're in a terrible mood. And you do not want streaming to be like that for you. It's just gonna be hell. Like, it's not gonna be nearly as exciting, or you're not gonna feel as fulfilled if you're just looking at everyone as pure numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So the
You
first
must
thing
be the
I'd say
new
is
guy.
turn your viewer count off, especially when you're streaming, and just try not to let the analytics, like, reflect your self-worth. Like, you are not your analytics. You have a bad stream, like, it's not that big of a deal. Just think of more ways you can improve your stream. Try to be like, oh, I had a bad stream. You know what? That means I need to start doing stuff different, and try to let that motivate you to grow your stream and put in new changes or whatever. And something else I would say is when you're a new streamer, a good way to network is honestly rating people of your size. So say you're a streamer that gets 5 average viewers, always rate streamers from like the 1 to 10 viewer range. Because basically what that does is it doubles. So say you raid someone, you have 5 viewers, you raid someone with 5 viewers, you're pretty much doubling their viewer count. Because some people think they're
You
like, oh,
must
I don't
be
have
the new
enough people
guy.
to raid. It's like, you do. You can literally go double someone else's smaller stream, and they're gonna be really happy about that. So instead of trying to raid like huge streamers who might not necessarily notice or not raid at all, I would recommend raiding people who are about your size. And that worked for me a lot at the beginning, and I still kind of do that. Like, I don't raid like XQC or something like that. I'm always gonna be raiding people like under 1,000 views for the most part. But yeah, I can't really think of any other advice. I feel like there's something else, but I'll let you know if I can think of it.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble when I first started. I didn't have very much confidence, so I watched the numbers flick up and down.
Yeah.
It was like, why am I doing this? Because I didn't really want to stream in the first place. My friends were like, I was already in a bunch of
Oh.
networked people who were streamers, and they kept saying, "Oh, how we need a scary, spooky streamer." It's like, I love spooky games. It's like Pizzachan. Well, I wasn't Pizzachan at the time. I was actually Lissachan at the
Yeah,
time. But
Wait, say it again.
Lissachan, because my name is Melissa.
Oh.
So
Oh, I thought you said Pussy Chan.
Oh! Shame on you!
I was like, I did not hear that right.
You did nope.
No,
But
I was like, what? Is it because you're like scared of while you're playing games? Like, kind of
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, because I
guess,
was-
But no, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
love
more
you,
sense.
Snee. You're amazing.
No, you.
But
I'm actually having so much fun today, by the way.
yeah. But I what's weird is I watch a lot of both of crazy horror streamers, and I also sounds like I'm saying horror. When I say horror, I have to slow myself down. But
Horror is a really hard word to say.
so yes, but I watched a lot of both, and I got into this community of cozy streamers, and they're like, we like to watch scary games, but we don't want to play them. So they're like, you should stream. I was like, nah, you should stream. And it's like one day I was like, fine, I did it, and then it was like all these people that I have been talking to all this time all come in and followed me at once. It's like I made affiliate on the first day that I started streaming.
That's so cool.
I'm like, oh my
That's
god! And then I had
good.
people coming to me. It's like, you just did it, but it could see you're cheating because you didn't do it like the rest of us. I was like, I didn't ask them for that. I just, it's like, oh my god! And they made me feel so bad. I wanted to quit.
No, you shouldn't feel bad. Some people in my community, for example, someone who just started streaming is their name is Tetris. I think it's Tetris 1864. I might have their number wrong, but
Mhm.
they just started streaming like last week. And just being in like a community that will come show up really helps out.
Mhm.
And I didn't have that when I first started. Like, I didn't know anyone on Twitch. I was just lucky to get a raid my first day.
Mhm.
But yeah, some people aren't so lucky and are stuck at like the 0 to 1 viewer range for a long time, and that
must
can
be
be a
the
bit
new guy.
frustrating. But don't feel bad if you have people come into your first stream. Like, that just means you established relationships before, and that's also like a feat in itself.
Yeah, I love all of my founders because those are the people that I hung out with in their streams. And they come in and they're like, please give me advice on this because I have no idea what I'm doing. So, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, and it seems to be working.
Yeah. I kind of still feel like I'm flying by the seat of my pants in a way.
And then I
but
was
I guess I have a handle on things.
And then I was talking to another streamer that I absolutely adore, Elisa Prey. She has all the goth and dark, like evil mistress thing going on. And I started,
I love her.
she
is amazing.
her speed
Like,
runs are
so
nuts.
Yeah,
I was like,
she's so good.
but I
Have
was
you
like,
seen her knife only run? Sorry, you go first. I'm
yes,
sorry,
yes,
I
I've seen it.
interrupted.
I've seen it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
She was my very first podcast because I was like I was like
Oh.
I would love to interview you just because you have great commentary and you talk about all these interesting things in your chat. She's like, just pick a day and we can do it, and that's what started this favorite streamer series. So it's like I want to learn all about other streamers and how they feel, and just want to get to know them and show how awesome they are, because they're generally awesome people, but sometimes they're tucked in the back, you know what I mean? Some people don't see them. But
yeah, it's hard when you first start. Like it's really hard when no one knows you, and if you don't know how to work Twitch as a website, like you don't know how to. Because me, as much as I like do what I love and stuff, I'm very I don't know the word, but like not technical, but I think everything through. So when I play certain games, I make sure they're games that like I both enjoy and I both will grow off from. So I'm very like meticulous in like which games I play, what I'm doing at what time, like what time I start my stream at, and all that stuff adds up. But you can still like be very like focus on the numbers, but you can also have a really good time. Like obviously in order to grow, you need to focus on the numbers a little bit if you're taking it really seriously, but try not to get them like let them get to your head. But yeah, I'm very I can't think of the word. It's not technical, it's not meticulous, but I'm very aware of just I don't know. I've kind of learned over the years how to grow on Twitch. And there's a lot of like I especially when I first started, I watched a lot of like stream advice and all of that.
oh my
And
god,
it
the
kinda
YouTube
helps to
videos.
know how, yeah, watch so many, like how to grow to affiliate in 5 days.
Right?
Like all those. Yeah, but it definitely helps to know how Twitch works, like what type of games give you growth, which ones don't. And just to know how it works. Right now I feel like I have a good grasp on how to grow on Twitch just through experience. But when I first started, I didn't know any of this, and I got a little bit lucky, but I definitely think about like what games I'm playing for the week. That's why I play like mainly Resident Evil games. Like I could do variety, but that's honestly gonna kill my channel in a way. Like it's just the nature of the beast where Twitch it's a lot easier to grow when you're in a niche. So when you're playing one certain type of game, it's like the people know what to expect. Whereas if you jump around, like I would love to variety stream, but it's too hard. It's very hard to grow.
That is the truth.
And I'm doing good at what I'm doing right now. I hope that in the future I'll be able to go a bit more into variety streaming once everything's a bit more stable. But yeah, that's why I've stuck to one game, so it's kind of worked, or like a series of games.
Snee, you could play Barbie's fashion game and people would still come and watch you.
Yeah, it's true. But right now I'm trying to focus on growth a lot, because I just need to, I don't know, I just want to keep growing my channel until it's stable, and then I worry about other stuff.
Yeah. My favorite piece of advice is play the game that you love, which actually shows in my growth in particular, because I play random indie horror games because I'm addicted to them.
Yes.
But the days I play Resident Evil are the days that I see the most people, because I'm super hyped and I just cannot stop talking. It's just like blah, 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 word vomit just comes out, because I'm like talking about the game, I'm talking about the characters and how much I love it. It's like there's always a difference. If you love a game, your viewers will see it. They'll see it, absolutely see it.
Oh yeah, like there's been games that I just stopped playing. Like I was in the middle of, and I'm like, you know what, guys? I don't want to play this anymore. Like I do put my personal preference, or like game, I need to make sure that I'm playing a game that I love first and foremost, before growth or anything like that. Because or else I'm just not going to be in a good mood on stream. I'm not going to be excited to play the game. Like it needs to be something that I'm excited to play. So that's definitely a big factor in choosing games.
Yeah, we just recently played the Mortuary's Assistant.
Oh, that game looks really, really good.
I recommend it.
Awesome.
It was made by one dude.
What?
One dude. It's amazing.
Jeez. I'm not planning on playing it just because it's first person and some of them give me like motion sickness. But honestly, if you're not getting motion sick, maybe I'll be able to play it.
Yeah, I was okay. I turned the sensitivity way down to like 1 or 2. It's a little slower, but I didn't get so it was good.
Yeah, that game looks awesome. I was watching someone actually already speed running it.
Really?
So I got spoiled a little bit, but it looks awesome. It looks like a really good game. I was really impressed.
Yeah, it's super awesome. But yeah, if I ever play Resident Evil, it's like I get super. No matter how many times I've played it on my channel, it's like I get people in there. That makes me so happy. It's like you love what I love, and that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, and there's a huge like Resident Evil community on Twitch now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there always has been, but when I first started streaming, there was maybe only like, I might be underestimating, but there was maybe only like 10 or 15 like Resident Evil partnered streamers on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But now like there's been so many Resident Evil partners who have been made in the last like 2 years. Like I could name like 12 of them right now probably. Like there's been so many new partners, and that just shows how the Resident Evil community has been growing on Twitch. And I'm really grateful for that, because obviously as a Resident Evil streamer you want your community to keep growing. But it's awesome to like come on Twitch and just find so many people that loves the same franchise that you do. Because growing up, I never met anyone that even knew what Resident Evil was. Like I'd talk to my friends, I'd be like, oh, have you played the new Resident Evil? They're like, what's that? I'm like, oh, okay. Guess we can't have a conversation
I
about
can't
this.
talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. We're not friends anymore. How dare you? But yeah, now that I go on Twitch, it's like everyone knows what Resident Evil is because they're coming to a Resident Evil stream. For the most part, they know what it is. And it's awesome to like talk Resident Evil with everybody. I never ever got to do that before.
Yeah, it's totally awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Snee, we're come to the end of the questions. This is my favorite question.
No, not the end.
Yes, this is my favorite question, though. This is my off-the-wall question. This has nothing to do with anything else. So, if you could go back and give yourself, when you were 18, one piece of advice, what would it be?
Damn. I almost, like, am getting emotional thinking about this question, only because, like, just thinking of the person that I was, like, what was that, 7 years ago, was completely different. Like, I had no confidence. I was a quiet person. And if I were to give myself any advice for when I was 18, I'd just say, like, you're better than you think. Like, you're capable of a lot more than you realize you are, and start streaming on Twitch right away. That's what I'd say. I'd be like, start streaming right now. But yeah, my confidence has grown, and I honestly feel like a different person than I was like 7 years ago. I really do. And I'm just really happy with how things have turned out, and I wish my 18-year-old self could have seen this, because they would have been so proud. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think.
That's awesome, though. That's awesome. Twitch sometimes is a cesspool of high school drama and hate, but there's this other side of Twitch that gives people confidence. It makes them live their dreams. It introduces them to people that they would never have met otherwise. You know what I mean? It's like, see, some of these people I know are like from Portugal, and it's like, oh my god, I've never met somebody far away over there. It's like, these people that I love them, they're like my family. It's like, oh my god, it's just so awesome how it can bring people together and help people realize their dreams and make them a better version of themselves.
Oh yeah, like I don't even know where my life would be right now without Twitch. I'd probably be working like serving at a restaurant or something.
Yes, Lexi, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, I'm just really happy that I discovered Twitch and that I started streaming, and now it's just been the best couple years of my life, to be honest. It hasn't been better than this, and I hope it keeps going this way. And I'm just grateful for everything.
That's super awesome. So are you just going to continue? I know I should have asked you this earlier when we were talking about speedrunning. I didn't ask you because I was...
Oh, don't worry. don't worry.
Because the Resident Evil topic just makes me go way off in a different direction. And there's also a 90% chance that I'm going to get sidetracked in my questions, so I don't even know why I write them. But I was going to ask you what are you going to speed run next, if you're going to continue with more Resident Evil, or if you have a different title in mind.
So I will probably stick to Resident Evil games for at least the next year or two. At least for speed running. Like, I will play other games casually, but for speed running, there's a couple other Resident Evil games that I really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, right now I'm speed running Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I have a goal time for that. So right now my time for Claire Standard is 50 minutes and 35 seconds, and my goal is to beat it in under 50 minutes. So once I do that, I think I'm pretty much done with the Claire Standard run. I've accomplished what I'm here to do, and then I think I'm gonna go to Leon and do Leon B Standard or something like that.
Oh my god, B.
Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah, finally I'll be doing some Leon, and plus the B scenario is way different. So
My god, it's so crazy hard. I don't know why it's so hard.
Yeah, and you start off and there's like 4 zombies right away. It's like, good luck. Yeah.
Flip a coin.
After that, yeah, exactly. And then after that, I'm planning on speedrunning Resident Evil 4 Remake when that comes out.
Nice.
Like, I'm gonna be grinding that game a lot. I want to be a top runner. I've never really wanted to be a top runner, but this is a game I really want to take seriously and see if I can keep up with all the best speedrunners and try my best. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then, other than that, I think I want to speedrun. The other one I've been thinking of speedrunning is Resident Evil 1 Remake. Because I love watching the run, and it's my favorite game. But before I didn't want to speedrun it, because, like, once you speedrun a game, you kind of ruin the casual playthroughs.
Yeah, because you just want to go. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And then you know all the tricks and tips, and you don't really have to, like, play the game the same way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But now that there's randomizers for Resident Evil 1 Remake, where they randomize all the items, all the enemies. So if I ever want to do like a fresh playthrough, I can always do that. But yeah, I've been thinking of speedrunning that game as well, because it looks like a really fun run.
So yeah, Resident Evil 4 is pretty long. I think it and Code Veronica are the 2 longest Resident Evils.
Yeah, I think so. Besides maybe Resident Evil 6, if you like do all the campaigns.
Ugh, all the campaigns. I swear I nearly lost my noodle on Chris's campaign, man.
Supposed to.
Yeah, Chris's campaign. I ain't never touching that again. Yeah, it was just, but yeah, I think the Resident Evil 4. I loved Resident Evil 4. I have it for like every console, like PC and Wii.
Right. Yeah.
So they better not screw it up. Just kidding.
No, I think I have really good high hopes for this. Hopefully they won't crush my dreams.
Yeah, don't crush our dreams, Capcom.
Capcom knows that people will be mad if they don't like put their all into the game. You saw what happened with Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Oh yes, people still hate Resident Evil 3 Remake.
We don't want another one of those. So I have faith that they're gonna give us a really good remake.
Okay. That's all of my questions, Miss Snee.
Oh, wow. Well, I had so much fun. The time, honestly, I don't even know how long we were on for.
This is actually one of the longest podcasts. It's usually 1 hour, 30 minutes. We're almost at 2 hours.
Wow. It's felt like 45 minutes. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie at all. It's felt like 45 minutes. It's kind of weird. I feel like I time traveled.
You time traveled? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's all. Time travel and get me some pizza. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, pizza, yes.
Get the pizza. Well, I want to thank you for coming to join me. I really appreciate it. And you're one of the channels that I absolutely love on Twitch, so.
Aw, thank you, Pizza. And honestly, thank you for wanting to interview me. Like, it was really sweet of you to ask, and it was my pleasure to be here. Like, I genuinely had such a good time. You were a great interviewer. I think that's what you call it.
Well, thank you.
And you did an awesome job. So thank you for having me, Pizzachan. And if you ever want to do this in the future, I'm definitely down.
Don't say that, because I'll take you up on it.
Oh, well, I'm counting on that, Pizza.
Yeah, we'll sit and talk about Resident Evil for an entire day. That'll be great, right?
I'm down.
You're down? All right, guys, go follow Sneevil right now, because she's amazing, and you need to watch our content, because we need to have her meet her goals, right? She needs to eat, so you have to go and follow her. But seriously, Thank you. I was so nervous when I started. I was like, Sneevil is one of those people that I admire. I don't want to sound like an ass. But apparently I've surpassed the ass and become a normal person. So, well,
no, you did great. And you know what's funny? Like, even some people, I don't like to consider myself a big streamer. Like, I don't feel like a big streamer. It's weird when people say, like, I don't know, like, one person will be like, oh, are you famous now? I'm like, no, I'm not. Not even close.
No, it's not
about.
about.
Was I gonna stay with this?
Yeah, it wasn't about the numbers or anything that you have. It's just that the people I admire, I kind of go and fangirl and sound like an idiot. Because I did the same thing with Sarah Avium when I interviewed her. I swear to God, I just paced in circles. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna sound like an idiot because I love her so much. She is like one of the people that like it's like, oh, horror streamer, it's great. But yeah, the people that I admire, I tend to get a little hyped up and I sound like an idiot. So I didn't want to sound like an idiot.
I was actually nervous for today too, a little bit. Like,
oh come on!
I always get nervous for like, I don't know, just stuff like this, and but I had no reason to be nervous because you made me feel so comfortable. So thank you for that, Pizza.
Thank you. That's my only goal is to make you feel comfortable enough to talk about yourself and all that fun stuff. So, well, anyway, so you are welcome to dip out here so you can go and do what you need to do, or you can hang out and I can find somebody to raid. So that's up to you.
If you're gonna be raiding, I'll stick around for the raid.
Okay, let me see if I find somebody to raid. But anyway, everybody in chat, thank you so much for all of the biddies, all of the follows, and I hope you weren't disappointed for following me because, you know, I'm a weird person.
No one's disappointed, Pizzachan. Don't talk like that. You're great.
Oh, well, thank you. But I have no idea what I'm going to play on Sunday, so I can't even tell you. But yeah, our next podcast will be on the, check my calendar real quick. It'll be on the 28th, and we'll be interviewing Queen Vic. Queen Vic is absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to do that. So let's see what and who we can raid. Who do we have? Let's see. Speaking of Queen Vic, she's actually on. Let's go raid her because it'll be great. So we're going to go raid Queen Vic. Queen Vic is amazing. She plays things like Resident Evil, Tomb Raider. I don't know if she plays Sonic, but I know that group plays lots of Sonic.
And I gotta say, just thanks again for everyone for my stream who came over today. I see you guys in chat. You guys make me really happy. So thanks for showing up for this, and I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
So I will be putting it on YouTube if anybody missed it.
Oh, sweet.
So if you guys will have my YouTube channel somewhere listed on my page. So if you want to watch it later, I'll have it edited and thrown up there. So, but honestly, thank you guys for all coming in and listening because I love to do podcasts and I would love to eventually do them like all the time because that's great. But anyway, we're gonna go raid Queen Vic because she's awesome and amazing. I love you all, and I will see you next stream. Sunday. I think it's Sunday. I don't know what I'll be doing. Maybe we'll play something that has to do with zombies because that would be amazing. Right? Right. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Pizza, you did so good.
You're too cute.
No, that was so fun. I've never had so much fun on